thanks again for watching, and I hope everyone is staying safe at home. For those who are just tuning in, again, I'm Celine from Fake Zine, and I'm checking in with our collaborative designers from the brands Bilkin, B.Jeypeh, Antonina, O224 by Jeypeh, to talk about how they're doing, how they're adapting during these times, and where they see the future of fashion going after this COVID-19 pandemic. And of course, to talk about the collections they just launched earlier this week at the Fake store. We already talked to JJ and Bea, so now we'll talk to Jeypeh of O224 by Jeypeh. For those who don't already know O224 by Jeypeh, it is the creative outlet of self-taught fashion designer, painter, filmmaker, all-around artist John Paul Velasco, aka Jeypeh. The brand is named after his birthday, February 24. That makes him a Pisces, you guys. And was launched last year inside Park Tiantai, just outside 2020, during the 3rd anniversary of Elephant Party. Right, so, sorry, that was a mouthful. What's up, Jeypeh?
Hello, Celine. Hi.
How are you doing today, and where are you quarantining at?
I'm fine. I'm fine today. I just have like super bad allergies. I'm currently staying here in Mandaluyong right now. It's where I'm isolated with some of my roommates.
So how has life been for you so far as a creative and personally?
As a creative, I could say that there have been struggles for me. I think I speak for the majority of creatives out there, and especially with creatives who rely on freelancing as a source of income, not only locally but like overseas as well. Personally, I would say my life has been through a lot of ups and downs, but with the help of my friends, it's been easy for me overcoming these obstacles that I face daily.
So how has this COVID-19 pandemic affected you as a fashion designer?
I mean, like in a positive sense, it drove me to browse through more books that I have, um, online PDFs. It allowed me to be more diverse with references I use for my projects, and the whole quarantine made me more sufficient with handling the amount of time that I'm given. And on the negative side, it's limited me with lesser opportunities in the industry, like in the fashion industry, especially with everything having to be online nowadays.
That's really funny you say that, because I always see you online. You're pretty active on Instagram and
I mean,
Facebook.
yeah, but it's still different from conversing with people physically, face to face. It's more genuine and like wholesome compared to chatting with them online, feeling like you're going through a simulation. It's like talking to them through a screen. Yeah.
So I know you don't have any of your own equipment, and you usually go to a factory somewhere in Guadalupe to rent out a sewing machine when you're working on things. Have you been able to work on any designs since lockdown?
Well, with the lack of equipment I have, as well as the lack of resources, I don't let this stop me from thinking as a creative. With my current situation, I can just conceptualize things and store them in a vault inside my head for now. And hopefully I could like manifest ideas in the near future into like something physical.
Yeah, so speaking about the future, how do you see the future of fashion now with everything that's happening?
Fashion is gonna be so different. What I see as of now is that fashion design would be going back to its utilitarian form, back to its primitive form, wherein its main purpose is to safeguard us from current conditions, situations, or like environment.
Mhm. Out of all the designers I tapped to create a one of one, sorry, our dogs, one of an upcycled capsule collection for Fake Zine, you are the youngest at 20 years old, and also the one with the least experience or any form of formal education and fashion. Aside from your debut collection, most of your body of work is small collaborations with local streetwear brands like Wednesday and musician Ali Cabral, who, by the way, is in issue 00. Gotta plug that. What can you say to anyone out there who might not take you as a serious designer or call your designs, which you call reconstructed, deconstructed, secondhand clothing, not fashion?
I mean, I myself am not satisfied with what I put out right now. Like what I say to anyone I come across. I don't see O224 as my actual brand. Therefore, I wouldn't self-proclaim that I am a designer with this like given trend nowadays of the accessibility of changing one's status by calling themselves a designer. I'm just what I'm just trying to say is that I'm self-aware with that accessibility, but I don't believe in capitalizing over that certain title like fashion designer. It's mostly creating and expressing myself. That's how I would
Uh,
put.
right. So before the lockdown, you told me you quit your day job so you could apply to SOFA Design Institute to study fashion. Now, in the situation that we're in, without a job and having to pay for your own bills, I'm sure it's a tough time right now for you, as anybody who's a freelancer. But I mean, even before that, I know you had to create your collections with minimal budget. Can you give any struggling young fashion designers out there who are broke and maybe discouraged to put anything out some advice?
I'd I mean my only advice for you guys is to know your limits and like be aware where you are financially. It's the amount of money, like if the amount of money you have doesn't seem doable with the garments you'd want to make, be versatile and adapt with the amount of resources you have and still create something beautiful for you in your eyes, your perspective.
Okay, we are running out of time. Before we end this chat, can you talk about your collection you made with us, Dirty Laundry? I'm actually wearing one of the pieces.
Yeah, I've noticed. It's nice. So basically, dirty laundry was a term I got from an IG handle my friend Matt Panis has, and I found it fit to be the title of the collection with the garments I made because it somehow resembles the piled up dirty clothes I have in my room, which is like I don't know, it's somewhat I use that pile of dirty clothes as my muse for my collection.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So can you, I just want to plug, Matt Panis is actually one of the stylists in issue 00. Sorry guys, I just have to plug it. But yeah, can you tell us where we could get the collection and
Um
where we could follow you?
you guys can follow me on Instagram at Jeypeh Velasco with four O's. It's where I usually post everything that I make. Um, in my personal account, I don't have a separate brand account, and you guys could also shop my collection at Fake Zine Store on Instagram at fakezine that dot shop. That's on Instagram and fakezine slash shop, the fakezine slash shop on Facebook.
Okay, thanks JP. You can say bye to everyone.
Celine, thank you guys.